Yo, what is up guys, it's me Eve again here playing Etheria Restart. In today's video we're gonna take a look at the build for the one of the most important SRs in this game, because right now she is on a lot of places. She's in PvE, she's in PvP, she's getting more popular in PvP as well. So at some point we might see her in every game, the same as, for example, Lily and Mio and Freya. She could be the next one because there's so many people I've seen using her, especially on the more of like a whale type players who are like already on like around level 60. They're all of them are using it. So we're gonna take a look at Kazuyo the Reverie, and she is incredible. She was helping me a lot with some of the PvE content in the game, as well as she is very important for you if you wanna clear Doki Doki Inferno, as well as like basically Health 4. If you want to clear those, she's here. She's everywhere on this difficulty. So you will definitely need her in future to clear this. You don't even need to have her on 6 stars. That's the most fun stuff. This guy has it on like, this is just 4 stars, and he doesn't even need that. Any of those like 6-star, you don't need to 6-star her, or like 5-star. Like as you can see here, 4-star on her, and she's already making the most impact she needs to do. So why is she so popular right now? It's because she has an incredibly good abilities. So her ultimate is basically the sleeping chamber. She has an AoE sleep. Like, for example, if you played on the Mio, you know that she can stun on her here, on her second skill. This is basically a freeze for 1 turn. The same goes with her here, but she applies Slumber, who is also kind of like a stun, so making them sleep for 1 turn, and that will happen. They're gonna be sleeping until it's their turn, or it's gonna be the if you're not gonna be attacking them. So if you attack them, they wake up. If you don't attack them, they're gonna be sleeping until it's their turn. Okay, that's how it works. So basically her ultimate is the one that gives you that slumber, as well as chance of inflicting attack minus, so reducing the attack for 2 turns if the target is already inflicted with attack down. This effect changes to a 45% chance of inflicting slumber. Okay, for single damage, so this is basically the same thing but only applying the slumber, also doing some damage. Her passive is the slumber, so target cannot take action. This effect will end after taking damage, but the damage taken will be increased by an additional 25%. But the most important stuff, that she makes them sleep. This is the most important stuff that she does. So in terms of just purely what she's looking forward to doing is having a high speed and having a high effect accuracy, because you always need to proc that slumber, as well as just procking those sleeps on them is very important. This is the most important stuff she needs to do, is having that procced. So because of that, in terms of her most important stat is going to be effect accuracy, first of all, definitely very important, and second one is going to be speed. But speed, it's relatively dependent on what are your other team compositions are. So like, who are you using with her? For example, if you're using characters that can neglect the meter a lot from the enemy units, or for example like Freya, Lily, who can buff the meter for yourself, Mio, who can get debuff the fuck out of them with the meter steal. With that, she doesn't need to be like extremely high speed, but definitely as much as possible on her would be great. Unfortunately, I don't have the full-on set on here because I'm using it on Lily for now, but I'm definitely going to switch up this one later. But her best matrix are going to be the Swift Rush plus Strive. Definitely want to try to get, if you have the 3 pieces, so if you have the pieces, the gear with a 3-star, with a 3 of those here, for example, like this, that I have on a Heinrith, like stuff like this. If you have this, you can try to put the strive to 8 because this is giving you a free advanced turn meter by 10% whenever after being attacked. So this is very important for a lot of fights. So try to do like maybe 8-8 at least. They're already gonna be very, very good. So if you can do 12-8, this is extremely good. Extremely good. But Strife is gonna be her best with a Swift Rush. I also have seen some people use like an Unbreakable, or what is it? What's it called? Unbreakable, and the Bramble as well on them. So it's not the worst idea to put some defense on her, but I think Strife is working better because she needs a meter. And because of that, that's how you want to do it. So in terms of effect accuracy, to be honest, you don't need too much of the effect accuracy. I just put it here just in case I have like some problems with stunning. It's just so that I've put more than 100. Around 100 should be fine for sure. But I would recommend still going for a little bit more maybe than 100. Don't go overboard, like you don't need to have like 200% there or anything like that. 100 is totally fine. Just purely so you don't need to worry about her not giving a sleep sometimes, because I guess a lot of characters will have the big resistance on them. So like these resistance could get up to 100 and more. And because of that, you definitely want to use as much of effect accuracy as you have, as well as apply as many of those. Go as far. For example, if you're fighting on PvP and you're on a very high rank, and you're getting yourself like a lot of whales and stuff like that, who have a basically full-on build roosters of a few thousand of characters in their inventory, then you definitely want to maybe go higher than this, just purely because the effect resistance on some of those supports could be extremely big, and because of that you will be very, very hard to actually sleep them. So be sure to know that. In terms of the skill levels, I recommend going for the 5 for sure. This is one of the most effective one, because this is the chance of inflicting stuff on her, as well as reducing KD here. We're also gonna talk about the shelves there a little bit, because they have a very important stuff. Second one is also really important because this gives the meter minus meter, so this is also really good. Number one, the multipliers don't matter. So whenever you get these ones, multipliers are not really important. The infliction, chance of slumber is good. This is the only maybe thing I would recommend from level for skill 1, not going for more than that. Like slumber is good for two turns, but for the most part you don't really this doesn't really matter. The multipliers definitely not. She doesn't do any damage, so I didn't even put anything for her there. So as you can see, but this is the most important stuff, is this inflicting the attack, slumber, and reducing the KD on that. As well as this one's turn meter. You don't also, for example, there's not a lot of people who actually maxed her out her skills. I saw a lot of people there who've been clearing her without even having full on gather. As you can see, like only level 3 is maxed out, level 3 is maxed out, almost maxed out. Like you don't even need to max out all of their skills. So for the most part, I would only recommend maxing out the 3. If you're very low on lattice, then only go for level 3, and then you can switch up some stuff, or maybe like level her skill 2 later, but it doesn't really need to be right now. So this is more of like for a PvP, this is going to be much better. But for the just purely PvE content, this is the most important. Other than that, you don't really need to do anything. In terms of shelves, she has a few different options. So depending on what you want to do with her, if you want to increase her survivability, Artisan is the best. If you want her to increase the meter, the Gigabyte is incredibly good. Also, I see some people using, I don't think I have Halloween, but there's also a Halloween that is great for her, because that Halloween increases her like reduces the KD she's got. So on Sharon here, as you can see, the Halloween, reduces the KD of one random skill. So basically she has a passive, so that doesn't work on passive, but that will work on her ultimate most of the time. So because of that, Halloween is also extremely good on her. So depending on where you're going with this, Halloween, Gigabyte, or the Artisan. But if you're already using Artisan on someone else, for example, on if you're gonna go for the clear on the Doki Doki, you're probably using Linglo for the support. And if you're using the Artisan on Linglo, then you can definitely just switch up this for Gigabyte or for the Halloween, because she's already gonna give you a pretty decent amount of the stuff. But again, if you want to use the most efficiently Artisan, then you definitely want to have as many speed of here as possible, because then the more you use her, the more Artisan will be proccing, and the more shield you get, as well as defense buff. And because of that, you want to have as much speed as possible. And then in that case, I would recommend using the Artisan here on the Lily. If you're obviously you're going to be using Lily for the Doki Doki fight, and then Artisan would be better on Lily, because she procs a lot of the time, like a shit ton of time. She's gonna be the one out there on the field you're gonna be using her. Because of that, Artisan is better on her. The Gigabyte would be probably better, or Halloween in here. Halloween probably the best for her, but again, on PvE side, this really depends on who are you using on other units and how are you putting that. So in terms of the formation for the team that you would want to use, you want to use Tiamat, Lily, Linglo, and Slumber with the Kazuyo here. So this is going to be something that you want to go for on the Doki Doki. If you don't have Tiamat, obviously there is Xiara, there is Rosa. Rosa is a little bit lackluster in those sense, but she needs a really high investments to do it. Xiara and Tiamat just works much better, because Tiamat also provides you shields, so that increases your survivability, as well as she just does insanely big amount of AoE damage when she is in the transformation form. So because of that, Tiamat is also a great unit. But for the most part, people use Xiara here. And the last slot is for whatever you have. If you want to put Claws, if you have Claws, you put Claws there. If you don't have a Claws, you can put Freya, or you can even go to 2 supports, and for the like kind of an autoplay also works. Also, there's like other units that could also work, is like Mio, because she can also stun. If you have a very high like effect accuracy on Mio as well, then you can put even Mio plus Kazuyo, and then you can do a shit ton of control on the enemies on the Doki Doki fight, and they're basically always going to be stunned until you get the transformation, and then you do the damage, then you stun them again, wait until the transformation, like give you some shields, all of that stuff, maybe attack one of them with a single target, and then go. And also like switching to Real Mocha here on the end is also not bad, or like switching Tiamat for Real Mocha is also not the worst thing to do. So that was the build for Kazuo, who's extremely good unit. I really recommend you try to build her, because she is incredible. She's very important for clearing Health 4 and Inferno in the Doki Doki fight. She's also extremely good in PvP. If you have a decently speed on her, decent speed on her is very important. And that's just like a really important SR. Like, she's definitely in my top 5 of the important SRs. At this time, we're definitely going to take a look at other SRs that are also extremely good. But other than that, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment, as well as you can become a member if you want to. There is some benefits for that. Also, you can join the Discord. I stream every day and I post notifications beforehand on the streams, always in the Discord there. So if you don't want to miss any streams on Etheria as well, or videos on Etheria, it's always get posted there, as well as the chat for the Etheria we have with the subscribers is also in there as well. If you want to, if you have any questions, or if you want to talk about Etheria in general, you're welcome to join in. Other than that, hopefully you have a great day, and I'll see you on the next one.